Okay, let's start. So in session, we learned about tuples and files. Today we will learn about if and else. So if else statement in Python is similar to what you might see in any programming language. Every programming language has a condition statements where you put that to change the flow of your program. So your whole program consists of many functions, then statements, etc. And in this, there is one if else. If else you can imagine as in your daily life how you encounter any situations. So what we can do is that, for example, when you might have decided like after getting this much percentage in my 10th, 12th, or somewhere I will do this if the percentage is about 10, if the percentage is about 20, not this low, like 70, 80, then I will do this, otherwise I will do that. So these are some of the statements we can infer from our daily life. Similarly, in Python, you have if else statement, which we can see now. Okay. To write if else statement, you just need to put it like if, and then if there is some condition, what I can do is that I can first write it on notepad. It is like this: if, and then you put some condition, after that colon, and then these are our statements or expressions. Else you do something else, and this contains statements and expressions. So now, for example, one thing we must see is that if we must also know the Boolean expressions. For example, if zero is always false in Python, because zero is false, so anything which is true, that will only evaluate. For example, if one, so here our condition is meeting, one is true. If we do like bool one, boolean one true, boolean zero, then it is false. So we should know this. Now let's write a program to check if number is positive or negative. Yeah, bool means boolean. So for example, bool is a statement. For example, can do it type, okay. Mm, you can just do help bool, for example, and whatever you want to learn, you can just print help. It will give you some information about it. Returns true when the x is true, false otherwise. So whenever anything is true, then it will return true. It will convert your int to the boolean expression. Booleans are true or false. True or false are called booleans. So, okay. Now let's create our program to calculate if the number is positive or negative. Example we can do is, again, let us Let us give a prompt, type a number. I will tell. Let's do it, type a number. It's a simple. Okay, and convert our number into int because input gives us string. Now let's do it for simple statement only. Let us comment this out first. Let us take our number as num equals to 24. Okay, so now what we can do is that if num is greater than or equal to 0, then number is okay, else print no, it will not take by default in. Whenever you are writing input, the thing is that input is always going to be a string. So we cannot do string comparison with int. So that's why we have to convert this into int. If we might have been doing string comparison with a string, then we could have not implemented int. Now let us save this to our C code and let us know number.py. Okay, now let me print this. I did F5, so it says number is positive. Now let me change this to -2 and Control S and F5. So it says number is negative. So what it is doing here is that it is comparing here. So it is checking -2 is greater than or equal to 0, which is false because -2 is smaller than 0. So it will not evaluate this statement because it is not true. So it will print this one. Okay. Now let us check if we put 0, what happens? It says number is positive, but the thing is that 0 is neither positive nor negative. What we can do is here is that again we can write one statement. You need to use this editor only because it is giving you proper indentation. In Python, indentation is important. Whenever you write after thing colon, this spaces, 4 spaces are important. Otherwise it will not be able to execute. You will get indentation error. So use the editor Python, by default Python editor only, and check about Python indentation on web. Learn more about the indentation because we will not be able to cover such basic topic in this section, but yeah, indentation is more important in Python, very important. Now what we can do is else if elif is else if, and we can check number equal to 0, print number is 0. Okay, and let us remove here. Let me again run this. So it says number is 0. Now it is right. If I change here -1, save it and again run, number is negative. If I do here 1, it says number is positive. Now this is how if else works. It will first check who it is. For example, let us evaluate first one. It is checking if num value is here 1. 1 is greater than 0. Okay, print number is positive. If I do here 0, it will check 1 is greater than 0. No, it is not greater. Then it will go to next statement, else if this statement. Here it will check number is equal to 0. Okay, it is yes. It will print then here. Then after that, what it will do it will go, if here it is like -1, then what it will do, it will check here, number is greater than 0, no, number equal to 0, no, then it will at last will print number is negative. For example, let us save this. It says number is negative, but there is one problem in this algorithm. If I just write here Sumit, okay, cool, so we will not be able to do. If we again, this will happen, the question which Lakshmi asked, like if it takes direct input or not. If you will not use input here, then it will direct, it will not be able to compare. If it is a, it will take it as a string. Even if I do 1 here, then also, because we need int statement. Okay, else is the statement which will print at last if any of the condition doesn't satisfies. Now for example, we can check if the number is double digit or not. We can do here else if num is, okay, we can check 9, number should be greater than 9 but less than 100, print number is, okay, but this will be another algorithm. So for now you can just think of else statement, else if statement like this. And what we can do here is that you practice more on else if statement. In this case, what you can do as a lab practice, try to create a if else loop, if else statement for double digit, triple digit number. So in that case you will be able to get more experience on that. Let's take another example. So this will be high example. For example, you have opened your travel agency and you're charging like for every trip. For example, if someone is going to Kullu Manali, then charge is something like 4,000. If someone is going to Ladakh, then 15,000, or Kerala 10,000, Goa 4,000. So for example, we know list, okay? So what we will do here is that travel list equals to, let us do it as travel destinations. Goa, Ladakh, Manali, and Kerala. Okay. Okay, one more thing, we left it here. We wanted to user to type a number. Okay. We can uncomment this one and comment this one, and let us do F5. So I am typing a number. It says number is positive. Let me do again. If I am typing a number -1, number is negative. Okay. Now, so this code is done. Let's go to our travel destinations code. Okay. Destination equals to, let us prompt the user. See here, now we will compare string with string. So in this case, we don't need to convert into int. Now what we will do here is that where you to travel, let us print first. Okay. Now what we will do is let us prompt to user. So okay, choose from option above. You can make it more nice. We'll just here make it for our tutorial purpose. Now okay, okay. Now what we can do, if destination, if anyone is coming from C++ background, then you will find here that we Python doesn't has case or switch statement. So if destination equals to Goa, then print you will have to pay 4k rupees, 4k. Okay, let me copy this. Will not be typing much, will save over time. No, we'll have to, else if destination equals to Ladakh, print oh yeah, thanks, thank you very much. And thanks Bhargav. And if destination equals to Manali, else if destination equals to Kerala, okay. This is important, equals to for I will show here. For example, if I type here d, okay, let me take it as destination equals to Goa. Okay, should be Goa. So if I type here, let us check what it print. Destination equals to Goa. It will say true. But if I do it simple, just okay, equals to Kerala. If I say if user has selected Goa and if I compare this, this will be false. And if I just do single equals to, then this is a problem, because what it has done is that it has now converted our destination to, it is a variable designation. It will not take place in if statement. If I just do Kerala, so our destination has now changed to Kerala. So we are changing the variable itself. We are not comparing it. For if else statement, we need to compare. And last but not the least statement, else if user you have given wrong destination, please select from the form mention destinations only, or we can say we don't provide service, travel service for, and whatever destination user has typed. Okay, now let us save this. Let us run it. So let me type Goa. You have to pay 4K. Again, F5. What I can do is that now Kerala. If I just type instead of Ladakh as I do another thing LADAHK, we don't provide service to LADAHK. Or even if what I can do is that let me again F5 this one, and if I do just simple in small Goa, it will say but Goa is similar to this one. We have just written small case Goa. Yeah, F5 is to run the code. If we, here there are two ways to run the code. You can see the first or second session. So there are two ways to run the code. If we are directly running from the idle and we want to print it here, just press F5, it will run the code. If you go here F5 and see run module, it says, or otherwise you can check it. You can run Python in PowerShell, Python, and then file name. So what we need to do is that to solve this solution, what we'll do, we will use our string method and we will convert our destination to lowercase. Okay, so instead of typing everywhere lower, what we can do is that destination equals to destination dot lower. So what lower will do is that whatever you type, for example, if my x equals to Sumit, okay, x equals to Python, and if I do x dot lower, it will convert everything to Python. So whenever we will, when whatever user types, for example, user has just typed instead of Goa, G and O is capital and A is like this. So we will do x dot lower and it will be Goa. So we have done destination dot lower, and let us type everything to small case only. Goa, Ladakh, Manali, Kerala. Okay. So if I type now like this, now let us do Goa. Now it is right. If I again run this and if I do Goa, then to it works fine. So this is right. But the problem in this code is that there is main problem because we are typing here, because we are everywhere typing our price list, and this should be fixed. Suppose for example, after some time, if it is summer season and or it is December, then price of travel price for Goa will increase since more customer wants to go Goa at that time. So what we can do is that instead of keeping our travel destination as list, what we can do, we can convert it as dictionary. So dictionary is the way to keep key value map pair. And in this case, what will happen? So what we can do here is now Goa, okay, and instead of, we can just put it in 4K Ladakh, and let us use small case only. Okay, Ladakh, and let us do it as 10K. Okay, and Manali, let us do it at 4K. Anything left? Yeah, Kerala 7K. This should be. Also, what you can do is that sometimes this increases screen size. So instead of typing everything, just press enter after comma. This will just fit in your screen, because whenever you are creating any program, create of that much length only that a smaller screen is able to read. So in this case, this is the right method. So now what we have done is that we have converted our list to dictionary, and we have mapped key is place and value is our rupees money, whatever we are charging. So when user will now do he will check destination. Okay, so now we have converted destination, but how to get the price? So what we can do is that instead of taking here destination, what we can do here is travel destinations. Okay, no. What we can do here is that you will have to pay. Okay, and space and comma travel underscore destination, or we can directly put it here, price equals to travel destinations and destination. Okay, what we are doing here is that we are just taking the values. For example, if I copy paste it here, someone is not getting what we are doing it here. I'm just okay. Now if my destiny, if user selects destination as Goa, okay, so what will be travel destinations and destination C, you will get the value of price of Go 4K. So we have done Manali also 4K. Manali should be big 20K. Okay. Now I can just print price here instead of typing everywhere the price, typing everywhere the rupee value currencies, how much we are charging. You can just do it price. Okay, so let us. But the problem, what the problem would be? Can anyone imagine? If the destination is wrong, then it will fail for key error. So we will cover errors in future chapters, but let us see here what happens. Goa. Okay, now we have converted everything to our dictionary. Now Kerala 7K, but if we type, yeah, it will work with plus sign also, because price is a string and it is a string, so it will work with price plus sign also. So again, what we can do here is that what is left, if I type anything else, for example Mumbai, it will fail. What it is saying is that key error, travel key error Mumbai is not available, that's why it is failing. So the problem what went here is that we have to handle the key error, but the thing is that errors we will cover in next chapter. So till that time, can I do anything else in this case? No, it should handle error only. Okay, one thing if you can check here, again we can use else if statement. For example, see, we have learned dictionaries.keys element. Okay, so if let me print here travel destinations. Okay, so what we can check, let us check Goa in travel destinations, true, and Ladakh in travel destinations. This is also one method of checking in object type. For example, in list also you can check if this Goa exists in some list or this key exists in some dictionary. You can check. This is a truth statement kind of thing to evaluate in Python, and it's very handy. If I check here Mumbai in travel destinations, okay, it says false. So what I can do here is that I can just say if destination in travel destinations. Okay, and let me just do it like this. So it is similar. Okay, so this is another statement and this is another statement. So we can comment, I can comment it here. Okay, so now if destination in travel destinations, price, otherwise else price equals to 0. Let me do 0. This should be instant. We don't need this else statement, but for understanding of everyone, I have put it here. If else, now we had checking destination block. So we had now two if else block. Now let us run code, this code, F5. Okay, so if I type here Mumbai, we don't provide travel service to Mumbai. See, this error is gone because we have done a check here. If it exists, then only check, take the price, otherwise put price as 0. Again, let us do F5 and let us do Kerala. Okay, Kerala 7K. Again F5 and let us do, for example, Pune. We don't provide travel service for Pune. Cool. So this was a if statement block. What I recommend is go online and check more resources, check more, read more stuffs about if else block, and check the truthy statement in list and dictionary, what you can do with that. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot. If anyone has any question, please type in or we can end this session. Thank you.